subscribe. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Just subscribe. Hola. So we're gonna look at an example where coefficient of x squared is 1, and as per the usual, right now, seeing that you would have already learned completing the square, I'm not going to go through the process. So x squared plus 12x plus 35 would be x plus half of 12, 6 squared, and we'd subtract that 6 squared outside, so we'd end up with minus 1. So a would be 1, so it's not really relevant, and h is 6 and k is negative 1. So to sketch the graph, we need the point, and the minimum point is negative h, so that's negative 6k, and that is negative 1. The y-intercept is c, so that's 35, and we need to solve for the x value. So we're going to equate our form to 0. So after we've equated our form to 0, then we solve for x. As usual, we transpose the constant first, so we're going to move negative 1 to the right hand side of the equal sign, and that will give us positive 1. So this is now equal to positive 1. Next thing that we want to do is to get rid of the square, so we're going to square root both sides of the equation. Square root, square root. So square root cancels square, so now we have x plus 6. Remember that it's the positive or negative square root, so I'm going to have x plus 6 equal positive 1, as well as x plus 6 equal negative 1. So when we transpose positive 6, it becomes negative, so we're going to have x equal 1 minus 6, and that is negative 5. And then on this side, we're going to have negative 1 minus 6, so that means same side add and keep, so we're going to have x equal negative 7. So we have our two values of x, so we need to draw our axes and sketch our graph. So we draw and label our axes. So the next thing that we are supposed to do is to put in the values that we will need. So put in the x values, put in the y values. So I see we need negative 1, and let's say negative 6 is somewhere here. The y-intercept is all of 35, and it's positive, so I'm putting it up here. And the values of x, so we need negative 1 on the y-axis, and we don't necessarily need it on the x-axis. But we need a negative 6, we need negative 5, and we need negative 7. So we've put in all the values that we know, or the values that we need. So the first thing again that you want to do is to draw your axis of symmetry, which is x equal negative h. H is positive 6, so negative h would be negative 6. So we want a straight line through the negative 6. It doesn't have to go all the way from the top. You have a ruler, so please draw a straight line. Alright, so we've done that. Then now we need to sketch our curve. So based on what we have, x equal negative 7, x equal negative 5, we have to go through the one that is the farthest first. Let me identify the minimum point, which is negative 6, negative 1. So that's a point right here. Right? So our curve must pass through that point. It's the minimum point. Negative 6 to negative 1. That's the point. So curve passes through the first value of x, goes through my minimum point, goes through my second value of x, and it must pass through my y-intercept. So my graph will look something like this. So here are my two x values. Here is my minimum point, and here is my y-intercept. Graph completed.